Hi, we are back to the war zone in the eastern part of Congo in the Kivu province. We are back to Sake, we are back to the city of Goma. What is the latest update? So before I tell you, I want you to listen to this.
The South African National Defense Force says one of their military bases in eastern DRC was attacked on Wednesday. 2 soldiers were killed and 3 others sustained injuries.
So there you have it. South Africa said today on Thursday that 2 of its soldiers had been killed by mortar fire in eastern Congo. So the first fatalities since they deployed troops to eastern Congo to help Congo fight these Rwandan-backed rebels called M23. And the M23 have been targeting the position of the South African camp, which is not far from the town of Sake. And as a result of this mortar fire, South Africa suffered 2 fatalities. 2 soldiers died and 3 others were injured. These injured ones were taken to a hospital in Goma to seek further medical attention. And this comes less than 24 hours after the South African president pledged to send 2,900 more troops to support the ones that are already there. According to the reports, South Africa currently has about 600 troops in Goma. So plus 2,900, they are going to have a figure of about 3,500 troops. And that is together with other countries from that South African development community. So we are going to see close to 10,000 troops coming from that South African community, coming to help Congo fight these rebels. The other thing that you need to know is that the fact that M23 have started attacking the South Africans then means that the South Africans have no excuse but to hunt down the M23 using their technology and you basically fire back. So they are going to fight. And like what we witnessed last year and the year before that, when the Kenyans went there, the M23 were ordered by their masters in Kigali to not attack Kenyan troops. So they were avoiding them. We saw videos where the Kenyans would be patrolling in Kibumba all the way to Ruchuru and the regions around the Rumangabo camp. And in most cases, these rebels would melt into the bush or the jungle there to avoid the Kenyans who are passing on that road. Other times, according to the locals and the villagers in Rumangabo region and Kibumba, Kenyans would be seen talking or chatting with these rebels. That's why they were saying M23 has not left. And that's why the narrative of the Kenyan troops colluding with these rebels from Rwanda started. And it was not rumors. There was facts. There were photos and videos to show that the Kenyans were actually coexisting with these rebels in the same region, in the same territory in Kibumba. And it's not like the M23 rebels could not have attacked the Kenyans. It's not like they feared the Kenyans. Far from it. The reason why they didn't attack the Kenyans, as I said, is because they were ordered not to. But the other reason is because most top commanders of the M23 have their families in Kenya, right? They also have investment in Kenya that they've invested in real estate after, stealing Congolese minerals and selling it to Rwanda. So the money they get from that, they invest in Kenya and Uganda. Of course, they don't trust Rwanda. You would expect that the money they get, they are going to invest in Rwanda, in Kigali, but they don't trust Paul Kagame either. So unlike the Kenyans, these South African troops are fair game to this rebel group. And of course, as I said, they were ordered to attack them, to provoke them. And they don't have anything to lose because they don't have families in South Africa. And they don't have investment in South Africa that they have started there after stealing, get 3 times that salary in allowance and still get paid the other salary back at home. So they were basically making 4 months pay in 1 month. That is what they were doing there. So it was a vacation for them. Unfortunately, they also lost a soldier who was hit by a mortar from M23, when the M23 kind of made an error, thinking that a certain Kenyan convoy was a Congolese convoy, a Congolese army convoy. So they shelled it and killed one Kenyan troop. But other than that, the Kenyans were there on vacation. But the South Africans, let's talk about the South Africans. So these South Africans are going to really fight like they did in the year 2011 and 2012. Remember, in 2011, the M23 rolled into Goma and took that city within a month. But the South Africans and the Tanzanians came, and the Malawians, and they removed them within a month also. So they took less than a month to kick them out. So the South Africans knows how to do it, and they are going to do it again. Today in Sake, about 4 kilometers from Sake, in this region called Kimoka. Yeah, I think it's called Kimoka. And the hills above Ngumba and Kanve, that is on the Sake Kiroche road. So there was the fighting that was there, and M23 lost some equipment. They lost their mortars and they ran away from the Congolese army. So they are losing the war. But they are also trying to provoke South Africa, a country that is a superpower on the African continent. Anyway, go to the comment section below and tell me, what do you think? Do you think the South Africans are going to help Congo to kind of fully liberate that region?